Coming to you live tonight from West York Area High School, it's Todd Edwards standing alongside my broadcast partner, Brian Singer. And boy, we got a dandy tonight. How about it, Brian?
Absolutely.
Eastern York visiting the West York Bulldogs. Your thoughts on this matchup tonight?
I am happy to be here. There's a highly anticipated matchup. It's a big game for Division II, and hopefully we'll see a milestone for Carter Walmsley here tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned Carter Walmsley of Eastern York. He comes in just needing 9 points tonight to reach that 1,000-point milestone. And I know, Brian, you're familiar with the 1,000-point club. How special is that to obtain that in the high school level, particularly being a junior?
It's well, I don't know anything about scoring 1,000 as a junior, but it's definitely a nice milestone. I was able to do that because we were on such a good team. We played 34 total games. So it wouldn't have happened if we weren't on such a good team, but it's absolutely special. I'm happy for his parents. I know his mom and dad are in the building, and that's going to be very special for him.
And let's talk about the top 5, shall we? From each team going into tonight, we can start off with the visiting Eastern York Gold Knights. Carter Walmsley, we mentioned him, averaging 15 points a game. Brady Seitz, also another player to keep an eye on for Eastern York, averaging 10 points. Simon Lipsis, averaging 7 points a game. Carter Foote Renwick, 10 points a game. And let's not forget Justin Strawball, just in 5 games coming back, averaging 14 points a game, Brian. They're pretty explosive, this Eastern York team. It comes in here with an overall record of 12-5 and 5-3 in Division II YIAA.
Yeah, and you mentioned Justin Strawball. I'm going to be looking for him to have a really big game tonight. I think he has a lot of pent-up energy from being off a little bit. So I'll be looking for him to really impact the game tonight in a positive way.
And on the opposite side, the West York Bulldogs, well, they're led by their senior Mark Walker, averaging 10 points per game. Jaden Kohler averaging 9 points a game. Luke Hoffman averaging 7 points, and his twin brother Grady Hoffman averaging 10 points a game, along with Jacob Nisley averaging 6 points a game. It should be an explosive matchup between two teams here in Division II.
Absolutely, and something that stands out to me for the Bulldogs is how balanced their scoring is. I know that they're well coached with Coach Poole, and we know that Sowers has a great resume also, so I'm looking for a very competitive game tonight, Todd.
Well, you mentioned Coach Troy Sowers. I mean, his previous stops at Spring Grove won a district title. Prior to that, the York High Bearcats won a district title. No stranger to success in his first season here with Eastern York. On the opposite side, Garrett Bull, a Red Lion alum. You're familiar with Red Lion as an assistant coach for the boys team. And then, of course, Garrett Bull played later for Juniata.
Correct. You had both great careers at both places.
But we would like to take a moment right now to mention our sponsors for tonight. Of course, Brian Singer, BLM Construction. He's one of our sponsors, along with Your Medicare Solutions, Thornton Automotive of Dover, OSS Remodeling. We mentioned BLM Construction and Remodeling, S3 Performance Training, Faith Over Fear, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, Basil Insurance, Vertical Raise, Gamlet, Integrity First Home Buyers, Blended House, and I can take a breath and also say Chick-fil-A as well. A lot of sponsors, and looking forward to this broadcast as Brian and I are going to make our way up to the broadcast booth. A nice crowd has settled in tonight here at West York High School. Want to remind you, the fans, to continue to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube page, Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you, and we'll be back momentarily with more Sports Shooting Stars. For Brian Singer, it's Todd Edwards. We bring the game to you. Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones. He's on fire!
He's heating up. He's on fire.
And welcome to West York. In tonight's game, the Gold Knights from Eastern take on the West York Bulldogs. Please direct your attention to the team benches for the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting for the Knights, at guard, junior number 2, Brady Knight. At guard, senior number 3, Carter Hood Renwick. Guard, senior number 22, Simon Zephyr. At forward, junior number 34, Carter Watson. And at forward, senior number 44, Justin Strong. The Knights are coached by Troy Sauer, assisted by Travis Sauer and Eric Sauer. And starting for the Short Bulldogs. Number 4, Jaden Fuller. At guard, senior, number 22, Mark Walker. At guard, junior, number 23, Luke Smith. At forward, junior, number 24, Brady Smith. And at center, senior, number 42, Jacob Lively. The Bulldogs are coached by Eric Wood, assisted by Nathan Martin, and secondly, Alex Cullen and Ryan Bruce.
There you have it, sports fans. The starting lineups. We are moments away from the start of the national anthem.
And Bruce and Michael Ludwig. At this time, please rise to shake the flag and remove all head coverings. During our national anthem, we ask that everyone display dignity and respect for our flag, the symbol of freedom that was won by the millions of men and women who have defended and continue to defend our great nation. Let's honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem, and we are moments away from tip-off here at West York High School. Brian Singer, Todd Edwards in the broadcast booth. Brian, looking forward to this matchup tonight, this Friday night.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. The old rivalry, Eastern versus West York. See who comes out on top here.
And you know a thing or two about that, right? Playing back for Eastern.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got a lot of beatdowns from the Bulldogs over the years, but we got even with them a couple times too.
West York in their white jerseys with blue numbers. Eastern York will be in their blue jerseys with yellow numbers. If you missed the starting five for West York, Jaden Kohler, Mark Walker, Luke Hoffman, Grady Hoffman, and Jacob Nisley. For Eastern York, Brady Seitz, Carter Foote Fenwick, Simon Lipsis, Carter Wamsley, and Justin Strasball as we are ready for tip-off. Carter Wamsley matched up with Jacob Nisley. Carter
Good, how are
Walmsley
you?
listed at 6'7", and we are underway. As Eastern York will be moving right to left on your television screen. A nice crowd has settled in here at West York, as you mentioned, for this rivalry game between West York and Eastern.
And now we're also evened out up here in the broadcast booth. Miss Brandy just got here,
Brandy Shope has made her way.
now we got a Bulldog in the night up here as well. Strauss ball from the high post down to Walmsley.
And a loose ball.
Out of bounds, stays with Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern. They were trying to feed Walmsley down low there. You saw that, Brian, early.
Going with the size early, but Bulldogs are scrapping down there.
Inbound pass.
Lipsius in the corner for three.
Rebound by Luke Hoffman, as we'll see West York's offense for the first time tonight. Just underway here from West York High School, Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. Brian Singer, Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope.
And the Bulldogs showing great patience here early, working the ball around. See if they can continue their evenly distributed scoring attack here.
Swinging the ball around here, as you mentioned, being patient, trying to find their shot early in a scoreless contest.
The Bulldogs being extremely patient here, waiting to see what they can get. Just probing from out top here. Dribble, drive, and retreat, swinging the ball around. No holes yet. Still 0-0 here as we approach 6.5 left in the first quarter. As West York is working for a good shot. You can see both teams are trying to execute their game plans early.
There's a three-point shot off the iron, rebounded by Justin Strasbaugh, and now in transition, Eastern York brings the ball up court.
Foot with the foul, going to the line, shooting two.
Foot, 6'2" senior for Eastern York. The opportunity, Eastern, to break the ice with a potential score here. 2 shots from the charity stripe. Carter will have another opportunity here. Sinks it.
And the Knights draw first blood, 1-0 with 6 to go in the first. See, Bulldogs clearly slowing stuff down here, being patient, trying to limit the possessions, I'd imagine. Love to see Carter Walmsley get going here. He only needs 9 for his 1,000.
Yeah, and what a moment. Just the junior. There's a three-point shot off the back of the iron, rebounded by Eastern York. That's Brady Seitz bringing the ball up court.
Oh, I love seeing guards get down there and rebound. Strauss ball on the baseline,
Nice.
Easy too.
Yes.
Nice footwork by the big man.
Yeah, we talk about Carter Walmsley, Brian, at 6'7". Well, Justin Strasbaugh listed at 6'5". 2 bigs there for Eastern York.
Bigs and strong.
Eastern up 3-0 over West York. We're still early here in the first quarter with just over 5 minutes remaining. Nice pass and put in by number 24. That's Grady Hoffman.
Taking advantage of the defensive lapse there. They're going to make you pay. Got to have your head on a swivel out here. Big game here, Todd. This definitely has Division II implications as we approach the last weeks of play here before the county playoffs start.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're winding down, Brian, on the regular season, but it's coming up rather quickly, and then you talk about county championships, and then ultimately districts and state run.
Yep, this is the marathon time of the season. These guys are playing
swatted away by
3 and 4 games
Strasbaugh.
a week. Strasbaugh turned it over down here earlier, but redeems himself with a great block on the other end, only to have Lipsius turn it over. Bulldog ball coming down.
And we mentioned earlier, you're an assistant coach with Redline, or Redline gearing up for a potential county run as well, the boys team.
Absolutely, and you know, they're over at Northeastern tonight. I got the leave to come here tonight from the coach, and here we are at the old rivalry. But yeah, the boys are playing well, and we're looking to keep improving each day, and hopefully we'll have some fun this season.
Well, you're here tonight, and you'll be here tomorrow as well. for the Battle of the Roses as J.P. McCaskey plays.
That's correct.
Line
Yeah,
here tomorrow.
there's a nice little menu of basketball here tomorrow.
Rebound by Strasball. Carter Walmsley now bringing the ball up court. Has an offer from Towson University. I have a feeling that may be his first of many that he'll be receiving here over the course of his career. Just a junior for Eastern York.
Yeah, he's been a highly touted recruit since he was a freshman. Strasball with a 17-footer. Rims out, but a good stroke there from the big man.
3-point shot, in and out of the bucket. Rebounded by Carter Walmsley.
And Walmsley draws the foul call. Low scoring affair here so far.
Yes, it is. Points are at a premium right now with 3:30 remaining in the opening quarter. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. Brian Singer, Todd Edwards, coming to you live tonight from West York High School, along with Brandy Shope.
Strasball absorbs a contact but can't finish. Let's see what the Bulldogs come back here with.
Down low to the big man for West York.
Oh, and he misses. Another defensive lapse there by Eastern. Kind of the same breakdown on the same side of the floor. See if they can make some adjustments there. And Nisley with a little redemption with the block.
Rolled out of bounds. Last touch by Nisley and West York. Eastern York maintains possession as Nisley steps off. Have a seat on the bench.
And in comes Kevin Rill to spell Nisley. Instantly blocks Strasball, gets his own rebound though and puts it back.
4
Knight's
points.
up.
4
5-2.
points for Justin Strasball, and you're right, Brian. A 5-2 lead for Eastern York.
I love seeing Strasball get after it on both ends of the court here. You can tell both teams are very determined. They're both playing very hard here.
There's Kevin Rill for the put in.
Instant offense.
6'4" senior for West York.
And he has developed himself into a pretty nice player over this season. You spoke about Redline earlier. We scrimmaged the Bulldogs very, very early in the season, and I could say that he definitely made some strides. So I'd love to see that from the young man.
He was out all last season with an injury, so this is a really big senior season for him to come back into.
Love to hear that.
A timeout on the court with 2:20 remaining. It's Eastern York 5, West York 4. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
You got any early impressions here, Brandy?
Well, right now what I'm seeing on both ends is a lot of patience. I mean, Eastern's getting some better looks quicker because they're running a quicker offense. But they're making a couple mistakes. They had 2 or 3 turnovers right under bounds. The balls are just hitting the floor. West York's being patient on their offense, but we got a little bit of a lid on there. So, it goes both ways. Like always, it's going to be a thriller.
A barn burner potentially here at West York, as we like to say, and we could have another one. You mentioned earlier, we mentioned in the pregame show, Carter Walmsley only 9 points away from 1,000, so it'd be a special moment for that to take place here on Sports Shooting Stars.
And he's certainly letting the game come to him. Some guys I've seen in that position, they try to rush it and force it, and he hasn't even taken a shot attempt yet. He's being very patient. That shows his maturity as such a young player.
He's such a good
Big three by Luke Hoffman. And that gives the home team the lead, 7-5 right now. West York up over Eastern York here with just under 2 minutes remaining. They were trying to feed it down low to Carter Walmsley unsuccessfully.
Another turnover trying to force it down low. And maybe that ball's a little slippery.
And maybe, aside from having lids on the net for both teams, yeah, maybe the ball is a little slick.
It looks like Sowers is calling a set here. We'll see what the Knights can do. Little high-low action.
There it is down low to Carter Walmsley.
Good defense down there.
Just over 1 minute remaining here in opening quarter.
And at the timeout, number 30, Kern checked in for the Bulldogs. Had a good defensive play down there against the
Brennan.
bigger, stronger Walmsley.
Brennan Kern, another senior, 6'2" Bulldog. It's a 3-point shot off the iron, misses.
Man, I have the Bulldogs shooting 7 threes so far this quarter as they get the putback.
There's Mark Walker, his first points in tonight's game. And now a 4-point lead for West York, 9-5. We're under a minute remaining. The opening quarter.
Looks like a couple of the sub adjustments really changed the pace here for the Bulldogs. Good move by Coach Bull as Eastern struggles to get the ball in the hoop. I think West York will hold for one here, unless they get a layup. So they pass the ball.
Yeah, they're
top of
swinging
the
it
key
around here.
For probably go around 10 seconds here. We'll see what they have, see how well Eastern read the scouting report. Good deflection by Strauss.
Puts it up.
And he's too strong, Todd.
Big time shot went over the backboard as we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score, West York 9, Eastern York 5. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
And despite being 1 for 7 from behind the arc, the Bulldogs still have a 4-point lead.
Yes, yeah, they're not afraid to put it up, are they? From the 3-point range.
No,
Brandy.
and right now, Eastern just needs to clean up some of their errors. I mean, they're playing well, they're playing aggressive, but they're overthrowing 2 different times to Carter. Like I had mentioned at our last little break, you know, some of those turnovers, and it's a quick game. 4 points is not a huge lead. We have to continue to push along for the Bulldog side. Eastern has to just keep cleaning things up, but this is by no means
still early. I mean, a lot of time.
This contest, but low scoring. I mean, for a first quarter, 9-5. I mean, that's not typical for a varsity game.
Well, and Eastern York comes in averaging 56 points per game offensively. And West York 52 points per game offensively. So they have some work to do to get to that average here, but still 3 quarters of action remain.
Looks like Straussball came out with a new sub in. I only noticed because of his bright green shoes. That's Anson.
Anson Morcos stepping in for Eastern York, his first playing time of the game here as we are underway with the start of the second quarter. West York 9, Eastern York 5.
We'll see if Eastern makes any adjustments offensively. A couple defensive lapses led to some easy baskets. As West York stays patient here. And a strip from Foot.
Yeah, Foot now with the ball as he drives to the net, swatted away. Sights down low.
Another block from Rill. And a turnover. What do we got on the court down here? Looked like a turnover by Sights. Little ref consult.
Same Eastern ball, Brian.
Eastern retains possession.
Coach Bull's off the floor. The coach is telling him to stand back. Coach Bull's upset about that. The official's telling him to stand back. Now they're going to consult again.
Yeah, Coach Bull not happy about that call as he's making his presence felt on the court.
And they reverse the call.
They do reverse the call.
And I do think that is the right call. At least that's from the perspective up here. And this is a veteran crew of refs. I got to say, they've been doing a good job so far.
Mark Walker with the ball for West York.
Freshman Chase Cristofoletti enters the game for West York.
Down low.
Another defensive lapse on the same side of the court leads to another easy basket for West York.
That was Kevin Rill with a bucket.
And a near turnover. And they did get it. Backcourt call.
They did it. Backcourt, yes.
It looks like Coach Bull's little impassioned speech down there and ratcheted up the intensity for the Bulldogs here.
Well, has his team fired up and has this crowd fired up here at West York.
Well, and I could be wrong, but I believe it's also senior night here tonight at West York. Was it senior night before here?
No,
or
they
maybe
did not.
that's coming up
They did
next.
not. No,
that's
not-
coming up next. I was going to say there's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of people here tonight. Usually if it's a youth night or something like that, so I apologize, but it's a packed house for sure.
It is. It's a nice crowd has settled in here, and
The parking lot certainly looks like it's senior night out there. West York remaining patient here.
3-point shot in front of the iron, but they're for the.
I wonder if they'll look to get Strasball back in here, as the Bulldogs have gotten 2 straight offensive rebounds in the last 2 possessions.
Nice move by number 30, Matthew Zerby, his first points tonight.
Really nice finish from Zerby there.
Yeah,
And Eastern goes to a little half-court trap, see if they can make the rotation. Another 3 from West York.
Shoot or shoot, right? And they're definitely putting it up here, West York, tonight.
It could be trouble for Eastern if they warm up.
Off Mark Walker, went out of bounds. Eastern York maintains possession. 5:50 remaining here before halftime.
And now's the time that Eastern really needs to get something going here. They looked a little sluggish, but now we're a couple minutes into the second quarter here. It's time to wake up. You got a sweat going. So I look for them to step on the gas a little bit here if they want to keep it competitive.
Yeah, down by 4 right now. West York with the lead, 11-7. Carter Walmsley now with the ball. Held scoreless so far for Carter Walmsley. Not any longer, Brian. His first 2.
First 2 points, 7 more to the milestone of 1,000 points.
Yeah. West York 11, Eastern York 9. Just under 5.5 minutes remaining.
West York remaining patient, swinging the ball around, working for open shots.
There's a deep 3 off the iron. Rebound by Eastern York.
They hold the lead despite the cold shooting from 3. What do you think, Brandy?
West York had just got some easy looks early, but Eastern's moving the ball now, and it's a 2-point game. They just have to get Carter on fire.
Now in transition, West York, Mark Walker baseline.
Another offensive rebound for West York.
Put in by Brendan Kern.
Great substitutions. Bench is coming alive here for West York, extending the lead 13-9.
With 4:43 to go before halftime.
West York's doing a very good job on their offensive rebounds. I mean, they're able to put the ball back. Kevin Rowe had 2. Brendan Kern just had to put back. I mean, that's 6 quick points in a 4-point game there.
And it appears to me that Eastern keeps having the same trouble on the same side of the court. I'm hoping Mr. Sowers is down there addressing that.
I have a feeling he is addressing it.
I'm sure he will. A long-time
I've seen him
coach.
for a long time.
Yes.
How about you?
Absolutely. So Garrett Bull, Coach Bull of the Bulldogs, got his 100th win last year. We have Coach Sowers over here, already has a Hall of Fame resume as a coach, as you mentioned earlier in the pregame, Todd, both on the boys and girls side.
And the West York student section trying to make some noise here for Eastern York. 3-point shot in and out of the bucket.
Part of West York's issue the last game was containing Carter, and what I'm seeing a lot of is they really are containing him. I mean, Brendan Kern right now is boxing him out, trying to clear him out. Jake Knisley did a nice job early, and he only has 2 points. So Eastern's got to figure out how to get him open.
Oh, and that's why we love this rivalry. I mean, these kids, they know each other. There's familiarity here. They know what each other's plays, and that goes back over 25 years. I mean, I could still name the starting 5 from the 2002 Bulldog team.
Seared in your memory, Brian. Huh?
Absolutely. For good or ill.
3-point shot. Makes it. Big 3 by Brendan Kern.
And Kern has really come off the bench
Yes,
and
he
contributed
has.
in a high level here.
Big time with 5 points right now. And leads all scorers.
Senior Brendan Kern, great kid, honor roll student, and just a great team player. Ask his teammates. He is an amazing team player. Whatever role you ask of him, he follows.
As he is called for a foul here on Walmsley, looks like they're going to put the ball in the baseline.
3:41 remaining before halftime. The inbound pass to Carter Wamsley.
And another good defensive possession there by the Bulldogs as Wamsley tries to get it going. Still 7 points to 1,000 for him.
Wow, big
And
three.
another three for the Bulldogs. Quick timeout. 30-second timeout on the floor.
And this is the biggest lead for West York tonight, a 10-point lead, 19-9 with 3:24 to go. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
Yeah, big game for Brendan Kern. Can't be more happy, like I said, great kid, and he's just hitting some big-time shots right now. West York coming with a 10-point lead here in the second quarter. Eastern's going to have to make some quick changes.
No doubt about it. And, of course, adjustments can be made. But right now, clearly, West York has landed the first punch here, Brian, tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the fog on the way over has gotten to Eastern here in the early going here.
Because right now, West York is hot. Kind of like the temperatures today here in the greater York, Pennsylvania area. Felt rather spring-like out there today compared to about a week or so ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
no complaints from me.
No doubt about it.
High screen out top from Strasball. As King checks in the game for the Knights here, number 14.
And a scramble for the ball.
And the ball stays. I love to see guys getting on the floor, guys coming over to help them. That's how you can tell the team's pretty well interconnected there. That's an indicator of good culture. So I love to see that stuff.
Eastern York maintains possession, 3:02 remaining. A 10-point lead right now for West York, 19-9.
Talking about sportsmanship, the Gretchen Wolf Scholarship Award is about to be voted on. So that is an award that comes from the officials. They donate it to the school every year. Last year they hit over $1 million of scholarship money that went to the schools, and it's all about sportsmanship.
And what a great fund that is. And coincidentally, with Devontae Dennis' senior year at Redline in 2020, they were the recipient of that award, and that did help some of the seniors with their college costs.
Nisley. And the and one for Nisley. And everyone, West York kind of getting in on the scoring right now, Brian.
And West York is clearly outplaying the Knights here, even if you just look at the difference in energy on the benches.
Yeah.
Again, an indicator of the energy level.
2:32 remaining, 21-9, West York.
Was that a little Hoffman for Hoffman action there? Good boxing out there by the Knights.
King with the ball. Drives to the net. Ooh.
Again, I got to say the referees are doing a really good job of keeping the game in check. They're letting the guys play. You know, it's only been 3 fouls here this quarter. So I like what I'm seeing there. Well done.
Wamsley down low.
I like that little action there for Strasball down the lane. See if he can convert from the free throw line.
Justin Strasball leads all Eastern York scorers with 4 points, looking to add to his point total here. Shooting 2 from the charity stripe.
Not work.
Yeah.
Little squealing action from the student section.
Well, hey, I like this gym, but in my memory, it's the old West York gym with the big student section, and they were pretty harsh on us from time to time.
I love that gym.
I
It's
miss
still
that
there.
stuff. I miss that.
Me too.
Even the old Eastern gym used to have the big student section, and that's days going by now.
6 points for Justin Strasball. 10-point lead right now. West York leading 21-11.
And Strasball came to play today. Let's see if some of the other Knights can get into the act here. Eastern trying to trap the ball. West York with great ball movement. A steal from
Out
Wamsley.
front. Carter Foot.
And
Oh,
another
boy.
turnover. Good decision here by the Bulldogs. Wide
Mark
open three.
Walker for 3. 5 points for Mark Walker, and that was a big 3.
The Bulldogs are firing on all cylinders on
Yes.
both ends of the court here. They're looking really tough. And I think their defensive game plan is that they'll live with that shot from Straw's ball as Walmsley crashes the boards here and looks to get his 3rd and 4th point from the free throw line.
And Carter Walmsley at charity stripe now has 2 points. Make it 3.
Carter's pretty consistent there from the charity stripe. Brendan Kern thought was coming out there, but instead Jake Nicely. I wouldn't take Kern out either. We
He
already
has
have,
a hot hand right now.
I already got a
three-point
message
range.
that says Kern MVP. I'm like, it's a little early, but I do like it. I do like it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, you know, with your West York connection, Brandy, here, I mean, on your home
And
court
neighbor,
here.
I mean, they
and
may be our
neighbor.
neighbors too.
Double up right now. West York 24, Eastern York 12. Just over a minute remaining before halftime.
Eastern will have to crank up the defensive intensity here. West York's content to hold for 1.
And certainly they are. As you can tell now, the clock ticking, under a minute remaining. Patience is the key here for West York's offense. They swing the ball around.
Tell you what, we'll see how mentally tough Eastern is here. A big 3 or even a 2 at the buzzer here could be a dagger going into
Baseline
halftime.
Walker.
And they get an open 3. Another offensive rebound. Ball's loose. Straw's ball on the floor. And that is the right call from up here. Love to see the young men getting on the floor, getting after it.
27.7 seconds remaining. West York maintains possession. Inbound pass.
I saw what you saw too.
And the rebounding woes continue for Eastern York. Got to drive your man back and grab the ball. It's been a troublesome spot for him here in the first half.
Yeah, 17.2 seconds remaining before halftime. Eastern York's possession.
Can they cut it to single digits here going down into half? I think that would be a big victory for them as they seek to make some adjustments.
Yeah, from what we've seen in the first half, no doubt, Brian, right now would be a small victory for Eastern before halftime. Down to 2 seconds and counting. And we've arrived at halftime with your score. West York 24, Eastern York 13. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
Great first half there from the Bulldogs. We're looking for some defensive adjustments from Eastern in the second half, and they're going to need to pick up the pace of the game. They're going to have to start pressing and forcing the action. West York got the skills to extend this lead, so Eastern's really going to have to force the issue here.
Yeah, leading scorer for West York, Brendan Kern with 8 points, followed by Mark Walker with 5 points. And for Eastern York, leading scorer Justin Strasball has 6 points. And for those that are tuned in, maybe wondering where Carter Walmsley is on his trek to 1,000 points, coming in, he needed 9 points. He scored 4 points right now. It all adds up to a West York lead again, 24-13 over Eastern York. And Brandy, your thoughts on the first half action?
Yeah, West York just seemed to be hot in their shooting and their offensive rebounds for this first half. Eastern York had a quick offense and really good looks, but again, they're going to have to take care of the basketball. They have way too many turnovers, something that they can clean up quickly. The same thing with the rebounding. I mean, offensive rebounds for West York, they're going to have to box out and take a little bit more control. Like Brian said, the pace has to be better. They're going to have to do better, be better here in this second half.
Well, clearly West York's won the first half. We'll see if that carries over in the second half here, Brian, as you're watching Sports Shooting Stars. And I know there's some other big games taking place, of course, on the girls' ledger tonight. York Suburban hosts Northeastern, the lone undefeated team in girls action. Northeastern traveling to York Suburban, a big matchup there. I know Dallastown looking to bounce back after their loss to Southwestern. They're hosting Spring Grove tonight. And Central York girls are on the road tonight at Southwestern. And we're going to go to a quick commercial timeout here. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
Featuring the biggest games in central Pennsylvania in HD on Comcast Cable TV. What about the biggest basketball games in central Pennsylvania? Don't worry, Sports Shooting Stars got you covered. Sponsor? Well, reach out to Sports Shooting Stars. We have sponsorships available game by game or all season long. Get involved with the #1 sports media company in central Pennsylvania. Sports Shooting Stars.
Thornton Automotive's 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion. Our Customer Appreciation Sales event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it.
You want huge clearance savings with no money down and low payments?
You got it.
Then shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com.
We are back, sports fans, with the start of the third quarter. Eastern York with the possession to kick things off. And we'll see, Brian, what adjustments this Eastern York team made at halftime and see if they come out with some renewed fire here in the second half, because clearly the first half was won by this West York Bulldog team.
And they try to get Walmsley going early. Picks up a foul on the baseline. A lot of bodies flying out there already.
And we are, 16 seconds into the third quarter here. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight with your bottled water and popcorn. It's Brian Singer, Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards. Sports Shooting Stars. Mark Walker now with the ball.
West York remaining patient here. No reason to change their offensive game plan.
No, for them, I mean, stick with what's been working for them. As you mentioned, being patient, swinging the ball around, and they have a comfortable lead right now.
Well, the key for Eastern here is they're going to have to limit them to one shot attempt. Another defensive lapse on the same side of the floor. Another offensive rebound. I'm having deja vu, Todd.
Jacob Nisley now with 4 points. 26-13, West York, and it's been all the Bulldogs tonight over the Golden Knights.
Backdoor, nice pass from the big man. Strauss ball, Lipsius with the tough finish. Great court vision there from 44, Justin Strauss ball.
Yes.
We'll see if the Knights can get a stop here. Despite the Bulldogs' cold shooting in the first half, They only hit 2 threes. Probably took about 10 or 11 attempts. Man, it'd be a dark day for Eastern if they shoot a higher percentage in the second half.
Hoffman now with the ball. The kick out to his brother. Off the backboard, but picked up by West York. Big three again, Mark Walker.
And again, Eastern not being able to limit him to one shot. Walmsley getting a little aggressive, picks up the block call. Looks like it's going to be Eastern ball, baseline out of bounds. And if I'm Sowers here, I go for a quick strike here and then maybe throw on a trap or change up the defense. They need a change of pace here.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something here to get some type of spark going. At 14 points, they can't let the lead keep going much further.
Yeah, because West York's going to keep their foot on the pedal here. 29-15. Carter Walmsley at the charity stripe. Misses his first shot. Holding at 4 points right now, Carter Walmsley with 5:48 to go.
Makes the second.
And make it 5 for Carter Walmsley.
4 more.
4 more, and we'll probably see a break in the action here, Brian. For observance of the 1,000 points scored potentially here.
That'll be a great piece of Eastern versus West York history in the rivalry, and I'd be grateful to be a part of it.
And again, West York with the rock and just kind of swinging the ball around, being patient.
Well, they penetrate and they kick.
And a turnover now, steal by Carter Walmsley.
And a good
nice
power
move by
to the
Walmsley.
basket.
And the and one.
So is that it?
He's at 7 points right now.
Okay. Makes this and one more point. I'm getting excited.
It's always storybook when you can get it on the free throw line.
Yeah. Well, he's standing right now with 7 points, and Carter had an opportunity for a 3-point play. Misses.
And as Brandy mentioned in the first half, Carter's usually very solid from the free throw line. So 2 uncharacteristic misses here early in the second half. Excuse me. And Eastern just playing tough man-to-man here. No real adjustments. Seems like they're content to play their game and trust their guys here.
Off the iron, misses.
Boy, West York displays some really great ball movement. They're getting a lot of open shots. Still kind of cold from beyond the arc, though.
Walmsley.
This will be 1,000.
And that's it. That's Walmsley's ninth.
You are all
And what a
witnesses.
moment right now. Carter Walmsley scoring 9 points with that bucket.
And this
He
is what
reaches
I love to see.
1,000.
He's taking the game ball over to his mother.
Yeah, his mom is there. I know his dad is in attendance as well.
Eastern graduate. People are on their feet.
And rightly so. And a proud moment to be here.
Congratulations, Carter and his family. Carter worked so hard. He is an unselfish player. And congratulations to him and his family. So excited to be a part of this moment.
Absolutely, and add another one to the list there for Eastern York. They're soon going to need to get another scroll up there.
I just wanted to know if it was going to be another sites. I thought, oh my goodness. Eastern had what the last 3 were sites, I believe, correct?
That's correct. Some were heard to remark it's no longer Wrightsville, but Sitesville.
Sitesville, there you go. The kick out.
Is Kern still hot? No.
Misses on that shot. A 9-point lead for West York, 29-20 with under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And a turnover.
But Eastern still giving up offensive rebounds despite the lapses, only down 9 here with 3.5 to go in the third quarter.
Nice move by Walmsley, and you wonder right now, Brian, he's starting to get warmed up, hit double digits now with 11. And it's a good player to get warmed up for your team. Carter Walmsley, now a 1,000-point scorer.
And he had a slow start. He wasn't aggressive in the first half, and you could tell he switched his mentality. He came out here, tried to get it cooking early.
And
being the engine that's driving the energy here for Eastern. Quick timeout from Coach Bull.
Yeah, and leads all scorers with 11 points. Carter Walmsley just moments ago reaching the 1,000-point milestone, and just a junior too. And he'll have the remainder of this season, of course, next year to add to that point total. He could go well into the 1,000, maybe 2,000 range, depending upon how things play out here over the course of this year and next year.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to have an opportunity to put a lot of solid points on the board. I'm laughing. So you're here for Eastern. I'm here for West York. I already heard my mom. I heard you cheering for Eastern in the background. I'm like, well, that's because I love Carter. I'm still saying go Bulldogs over here, but definitely cheering for all the kids.
But a fan of Carter Walmsley.
Oh my gosh. So many great student athletes are out here, and they're all friends in some capacity. It's great to see them all win.
Hey, old habits die hard. 7-point game here.
They've closed the gap a little bit here, Brian, in this second half.
And Coach Sauer stayed the course here, stayed with man-to-man, challenging his guys to just get a little more intense. West York staying patient. Settling for a lot of threes, in my opinion, here. I feel like they could have done a better job extending the lead with some more easy baskets.
Surprised that they didn't put Jake Rill back in. He had a nice offensive effect, a lot of good rebounds.
Big three by Jaden Bowler, his first points tonight, and what a big one.
And as Coach Bull must have heard Brandy there, she might have a direct line down to the bench as Mr. Rill checks back in. And you're right, Brandy, in the first half, he came in, and that was the spark that started the run for West York. Carter Walmsley keeping it alive.
Using every bit of his 6'7" frame there, and that rebound.
Walmsley calling for the ball. Oh, give and go. Another great pass from the big man Strasball. I love to see a big man on big man action there, the give and go.
That's a nice 1-2 punch for Eastern York. Justin Strasball, Carter Walmsley, as Walmsley now back to the charity stripe.
It's bringing back memories of when Justin's dad and brother used to throw me assists.
And this is what counts here. We're in a crucial point of the game. He's going to have to make these shots from the charity stripe. You know, you have to make free throws, especially down the end. He had that quick little lapse there on the end ones. Let's see if he can keep it going here, because these are going to count here at the end.
Another miss, but
Strasball
doing the work in the trenches.
Big three by Brady Seitz. And they're cheering in Sitesville right now on that three. How about it, Brian?
I guarantee it. As the Eastern student section comes alive for the first time tonight.
West York still with the lead, 32-26 with under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Good perimeter defense there by number 44, Strasball, guarding a smaller, faster guard.
And again, West York in no hurry to get a shot off, being patient.
As we approach 1 minute here in the third quarter, Kern for another three in the corner. Going cold, Strasball with the rebound.
No doubt about that.
He is controlling the glass here in the recent possessions.
Seitz up for another three, misses.
You know, I know that Seitz just hit his last one, but I would have loved to seen a little more patience there and understanding of the magnitude of that possession. And look, a quick shot down here leads to that, and now that's a big swing. So we'll see how Eastern can respond here.
11 points now for Mark Walker. West York with the lead, 35-26. We're just over 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And I'll tell you what, I really like this lineup on the floor for the Bulldogs. Well, now Walmsley saw the ball go through the hoop a few times. The 1,000-point pressure's off his back, and he can just play ball. It looks like he's loosened up already.
He'll have another chance for a scoring opportunity here. He's back to the charity stripe for Carter Walmsley, who has 12 points. make it 13. Walmsley leads all scorers tonight.
Zerby and Morkos check in for Strasball and Lipsius. Look to see if they can increase the intensity here.
For those that are watching at home, make sure you're giving us some ideas as we're watching for player of the game. We're finishing the third quarter here. We want to know what your thoughts and your input is. And also a big thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate all that you do, and we're continuing to look for sponsors.
Our sponsors are on the bottom third of our screen. Please support our sponsors, and we'll give them a shout out at the next time out here as we're under 10 seconds remaining. Big shot. Mark Walker with 13 points.
And what do you know? A mid-range shot for West York and not a three. Great success there. And you guys were mentioning our sponsors. Of course, I'm biased, but BLM is absolutely happy and grateful to be a sponsor of Sports Shooting Stars. If anyone else is interested in becoming a sponsor, reach out to us on our Facebook page.
Yeah, you mentioned BLM Construction and Remodeling, your Medicare Solutions, Thornton Automotive of Dover, OSS, S3 Performance Training, Faith Over Fear, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, Basil Insurance, Vertical Rays, Gamlet, Integrity First Home Buyers, Blended House, and Chick-fil-A, all sponsors, and you can see them on our bottom third of the schedule, and we're always open for more sponsorships. How about it, Brandy?
Thank you, Todd. Take a deep breath. That was a mouthful right there. Of course, we appreciate all of our sponsors. We get a lot of questions sometimes. What games are you doing? How do you pick your games? Of course, we always look for the best matchups, but we also look for the sponsors. We have sponsors that want to see certain games. So if there's a game you want to see that you're interested in sponsoring in, we love to work with local businesses as well as large corporations. So please reach out to us for a sponsorship opportunity. Going into the fourth quarter, West York 37, Eastern 28. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, I think for number one, Eastern York, for them to get back into this game, Carter Walmsley really has to get it going. He has to, up to this point, with 14 points, and we'll see heading into the fourth quarter just how much they can get out of Carter. For West York, still working. I mean, what they're doing is working right now offensively. And
yeah, if I'm West York, I don't change anything. If I'm Eastern, you got to clean up the offensive rebounds. And in hindsight here, how huge was that swing or the quick shot from Brady Seitz? Could have been a totally different situation going into the fourth quarter here. So now Eastern has a bigger hole to dig out of. Eastern student section getting loud down there again.
No doubt about it.
Trying to create some energy here.
Well, this is it, the final quarter of regulation right now.
West York remaining patient, sticking to the game plan. It's worked so far. Love to see the discipline.
Well, if I'm them, I'm trying to bleed time off this clock. Why shoot? They have no reason to shoot. They have a decent lead.
Yes, and they are.
West York enjoyed great sparks from its bench, but Mark Walker leading the way on the scoreboard here, and with the energy level, I would say.
Yeah, Mark Walker with 13 points leads all West York scorers. 6:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
We got Hoffman coming in for Kern there.
Down low the pass.
Great catch. Great finish.
Wow. Kevin Rill with 6 points.
Highly efficient minutes from Rill.
11-point lead for West York, 39-28.
And this is where Eastern will have to start showing a little more sense of urgency on the defensive end. And they're going to have to work for a better shot than that. A bucket here would be dastardly for the Knights.
Yeah, you wonder, Brian, have they dug themselves too much of a hole right now with just over 6 minutes remaining? West York clearly in the driver's seat. And we mentioned earlier, again, no hurry getting a shot off, bleeding some time off the clock.
And another three from Walker, off the mark on that one.
Nice one in the put-in by Anson Morkos. his first points tonight. And now a 9-point lead for West York, 39-30.
Couple scoring updates from around the county. Northeastern girls lead Suburban 33-26 in the third quarter. And the York Suburban boys are up 46-28 on New Oxford in the third quarter. Thank you to our correspondent Carter out at the other gyms, and Brandy for bringing the information to us. Oh, Eastern's cranking up the pressure. They do have to extend the D, so a few fouls like that aren't going to hurt anything. No one's in foul trouble.
Thank you, Mr. Bossman. You're right. Austin did score his 1,000th points in between the sights. So, yes, I was
a graduate from last year, Austin Bosman, who's playing baseball now, I believe, right? Yeah,
yes.
the next level.
Yes. I was just thinking about girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
And you're correct, though.
And Sitesville, as we found out. All about Sitesville tonight.
Well, and I'm sure the Golden Knights fan would love if Austin Bowsman had another year of eligibility, because he was just an absolute competitor and a leader on the court.
That was Kevin Rill now with 8 points.
Stroll's ball down low against Rill. Good block from Rill, but offensive rebound and putback.
8 points for Justin Strasball. Just over 4.5 minutes remaining here in regulation.
As Eastern throws on a little half-court trap action here, which they're going to have to do. Guys are going to have to be flying around out here. They're going to have to force some deflections and turnovers. West York doing a really good job of being strong with the ball, being patient. You can tell these are two of the top teams in Division II. And with this assumed win here from West York, they will take a commanding lead in the division.
Well, and Kevin Rill really becoming the real deal here for West York. Now he hits double digits with 10 points. It all adds up right now for a West York lead, 43-32 over Eastern York. Go ahead, Brandy.
Brendan Kern and Jake Rill or Kevin, he really has, they both have been huge sparks for West York. They both came off the bench. I mean, Kev's rebounding. Now he's making those great putbacks. Brendan Kern with some big threes. The rotation that Coach Poole has right now is serving them very well, utilizing the bench. West York's working the ball around. I mean, the trap is something, but they're going to have to clean up that trap. There is only a few minutes left here to make something happen.
Well, yeah, and let's talk about the scoring for West York. Mark Walker leads all scorers with 13, but then you have Kevin Rill with 10 points, Brendan Kern with 8 points, and then down the line, Jacob Nisley, 4, Jaden Kohler with 3, Luke Hoffman with 3, Grady Hoffman with 2. Again, it all adds up right now for 43 points for West York and the lead over Eastern York, 43-32.
And Todd, we talked about that pregame, about how their evenly distributed scoring would be key in this matchup, and they've held true to their statistics. That's great to see. That's a tough team to beat. It's a tough team to defensive plan against, because anybody can score. Conversely, on Eastern, they haven't gotten much help from their bench or their role players here this game as of yet. 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, down 11. The Knights are going to need some magic here.
.357 remaining. For Eastern York, of course, Carter Walmsley has 14 points. Justin Strasball, 8 points. Brady Seitz with 3. Anson Morkos, 2. Matthew Zerby, 2. Simon Lipsius, 2.
As King checks in for Morkos.
There's Carter Walmsley.
Walmsley with the left-handed scoop. No good. Strasball was there for the rebound, coming over to help Walmsley up. And again, the referees have done a really good job this game of managing the game, keeping the players safe, keeping the foul count low, letting the guys play. Salute to the crew.
As Walmsley's back to the charity stripe here, Brian.
And he is having an off night on the free throw line.
normally a reliable free throw shooter. He'll have another opportunity here.
Look for a trap here after the make. And there they go. They pick up full court.
15 points for Carter Walmsley.
And we'll see West York has remained calm under pressure all game so far. Eastern's been unable to bother them. And Eastern does force a turnover. Rare bad decision here in the second half from the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs with a 10-point lead, 43-33, but Eastern York's possession, 3:41 remaining.
So if I'm Coach Sowers here, I look to call something that I know is going to get one of my good guys something easy around the basket.
Big
And
three.
there's Seitz with a three instead. That'll work.
It's 2 threes for Brady Seitz, 5'10" junior. Nice pass. Oh, block by.
And Walmsley skies for the block. He's calling for the ball. He wants it. Foot shoots the three. Off the mark. Eastern crashing hard.
Battle
but
for
West
the ball.
York-
West York wins it.
And the pace picked up here a little bit. We'll see if West York can stay calm.
A quick kickball by Eastern, which is good. Saved the basket from going in because that was going right to Jake Rill, wide open underneath the basket.
2:55 remaining. West York's possession. Inbound pass to Walker.
I got to say, I love Eastern's scrappiness. They've never been out of this game despite playing from behind from the very beginning. I believe that's Walmsley's third
foul. Something to keep an eye on, but I have a feeling he's going to play till potentially that 5th foul. I don't think
Yeah, he's
Coach
not coming
Sowers is
out.
going to pull him out.
We'll see if Eastern can continue here. They got forced a couple turnovers, slowed them down a little. West York making the right plays here. As I was saying, I really admire the scrappiness of Eastern here. We'll see if they can make this a competitive game. For all the fans in attendance here in the doghouse in West York. As we approach 2 minutes to go in the game, West York doing a great job of controlling the ball.
Just playing a game of keep away right now from Eastern York.
They know they don't have to shoot. This is a hallmark of a well-coached and well-disciplined team. And as Brandy mentioned earlier, West York's really got their lineup dialed in. And this time of the year, that's a really good weapon to have as we approach the county playoffs, district playoffs, and then subsequently the state playoffs.
And I believe one of the opening rounds of playoff action will take place right here at West York High School.
That's correct.
And
West
I believe
York
that
and
Red
Spring
Lion
Grove.
and Red Lion will have the championship.
Red
correct?
Lion has the semifinals and the championship. And I just love that time of year. The gyms are full. It's warm in there. It's just a special feeling that you don't get anywhere else but high school basketball. And big Strasball doing the work down low, draws the charge. Sweating so much they might have to bring a rag out here.
Yeah, I noticed they've been trying to use their sneakers or footwear, but
Head ref Kevin Lawrence taking care of the problem here.
1:55 remaining.
Huge play there from Strasball, stepping in and taking a charge. Love to see when the kids do that.
That's one of my favorites too.
One more foul for Eastern, and West York will be shooting free throws here. And maybe that's what Eastern wants. It might be a good thing for them. A bucket here will be crucial for them. Strasball in the high post. Foot to the hoop, no good.
.90 seconds remaining here in regulation.
Eastern's going to have to start thinking about giving one up here and fouling. Walmsley shouldn't be the one to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Good foul there from Foot. Minute 18
Fans
to
that are
play.
tuned in, it's never too early now. With 1:18 remaining, maybe to talk about and think about maybe a player of the game candidate for both sides here right now. I mean, right now, West York with the lead, 43-36. Jaden Kohler steps up to the charity stripe.
Big miss there, keeping the door open a little bit for Eastern as the free throw shooting woes seem to continue for both teams. Makes the second.
Kohler with 4 points. West York with the lead, 44-36.
Now, if you're Eastern here, you do not have to rush a three. There's plenty of time left. You get a basket, stop in a bucket. Stop in a bucket, one at a time. Walmsley with the fadeaway on the baseline. No good. 44 Strauss ball, the only one really crashing the board for the Knights. Still one of the first back on defense. Smart foul there from Strauss ball. Way to be, have your head on a swivel, be aware of the time and situation. And if the earlier energy was any indication, Kern's going to sink both of these. He's been having a great night. Yeah, and that will put the game pretty out of reach for Eastern. The announcer kiss of death.
Yeah. Running
So
Kern.
they bring in Lipsius, obviously for three-point shooting reasons, I'd imagine.
Kern with 8 points, looking to add his point total here. Second opportunity from the charity stripe. He sinks it.
And again, I can't understate how impressive it is of the balanced scoring attack from West York.
Under a minute remaining.
Strauss ball with the kick out. Marcos for three, hits it. Quick timeout.
By Anson Marcos.
They just won't go away,
No, they
folks.
won't.
6-point game here, 41 seconds.
And a timeout called on the court as a little Eye of the Tiger plays on the intercom system here. And
And I believe that Eastern has at least 2 more timeouts left. I think they used 3. I think this is their 3rd. I think they have 2 left.
2.
So we'll have to see how they utilize them in the next 40-some seconds.
Absolutely. There were some folks putting their coats on there a moment ago, and now they're slowing down and taking their seats back as this is...
yeah, right now, I would not suggest going anywhere, sports fans. This is still...
2-possession game,
Yes.
and again, I mentioned the scrappiness of this Eastern York team, despite not having their best stuff here on the road tonight in a tough away game. They're still in a 2-possession game. Also wanted to take the opportunity to shout out our crew running the camera and the scoreboard, our correspondents elsewhere, Mr. Dew Jones, to put this all together. This is largely a volunteer effort, so salute to him and thanks for putting this together, and love serving the community and helping the kids out.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's been a great platform for the past 8 seasons now. Sports Shooting Stars bring the game to you. And we're back coming off the timeout. West York's possession.
Walmsley had no choice there.
Yeah, he did not, and that's his...
To be his 4th.
4th. As Jaden Kohler back to the charity stripe. 5'9" sophomore.
Big spot to be in for a sophomore. Let's see how he responds. First
Yeah,
one's off.
Yeah, these are big shots, Brian, right now. You can kind of ice the game here with these shots, but 37.4 seconds remaining.
Well, both teams are going to have to clean up their free throw shooting here for the postseason, I'll tell you that. Misses both. Doors open for Eastern. 6-point game.
Fans that are tuned in, go to the live chat. Let your
flare
voice be
screen.
heard on who could be the player of the game tonight.
A skip and a screen in from Strauss ball. Again, what a heads-up play by the big man to screen in down low to make an open shot.
And they're following the point guard who normally makes their threes. They're like right on him, and that was an awesome throw across court for a corner 3.
And that was a set there that Sowers called. He reached in his bag for that one. Well done.
Dialed it up, and now Eastern York just down by 3. West York with the lead, 45-42, as there's a timeout on the court. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. Brandy Shope, Brian Singer, Todd Edwards, here from a packed house here at West York.
Now, Miss Shope, if I'm out here on Eastern, I'm trying to trap quick, and if I don't get it, I'm fouling number 4 again. Putting the sophomore back on the line. Thoughts on that?
Well, I'd like to say I have confidence in him since he's played with my son forever. I think that come down the line, he's going to hit a big shot. But statistically, I think you're correct. That would be the move that I would do. I mean, I want a quick foul to see what I can make happen, but I'm going for the steal first. Eastern's pretty quick.
We'll see what Sowers draws up here. Western showing man.
And the Eastern York student section trying to make some noise here in the waning seconds of regulation.
Quick foul in the corner.
I think you called it.
Yep, it's going to send Jaden Kohler, the sophomore, back to the charity stripe. 22.3 seconds.
And that was deliberate. They let him get it there in the corner and trapped, and there was a quick foul immediately. Again, a heads-up call from the official. They understand the time and situation. This is an excellent crew out here tonight. And he misses the first one as the student section gets in his ear a little bit.
Big shot here, Brian. One more shot to add to the point total. And he does make it. Jaden Kohler now with 5 and a timeout called in the court.
Looks like Northeastern girls in the fourth quarter, 44-39, 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game over Suburban.
Yeah, Northeastern, the lone remaining undefeated girls team. New York Suburban came into that game with just one loss. Their one loss earlier against Northeastern. Yeah, so it was.
And that was a good game from what I heard. Went down to the wire.
It did.
And the name escapes me right now, but Northeastern has a really good young shooter who hit 3 down the stretch to seal the deal. Finnegan, that's correct. Finnegan. Thank you for that.
Yes.
So that was highly impressive when I read that. And
Laurel Kennedy, another player for them as well. I think they play tomorrow at Dover, the Northeastern girls, back-to-back games as we kind of wind down on the regular season here, Brian.
Yep, this is the marathon time. These kids are playing 3 and 4 games.
Clock there, Brian, down to 6.4 seconds. And, of course, Eastern York down by 4, 46-42.
Got to put it up. Timeout.
Walmsley with 17 points with that bucket.
Now, wilder things have happened in this matchup in the past. 2-point game, 2.4 seconds left. West York ball coming out. Got to go the length of the court. The inbounder will be able to run the baseline on the made basket there.
And Eastern York, give credit to you. They did not pack it up and go away, Brian. I mean, at one point they were down at halftime 24-13, and now just kind of knocking on the door, just down by 2. But time is not on their side here.
Well, and I made the call earlier for some Golden Knight magic, and we're almost there.
Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Your Medicare Solutions, Thornton Automotive of Dover, OSS, BLM Construction and Remodeling, S3 Performance Training, Faith Over Fear, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, Basil Insurance, Vertical Rays, Gamlet, Integrity First Home Buyers, Blended House, and Chick-fil-A, all sponsors all season long for the 23-24 basketball season. We appreciate their support, and we appreciate you for tuning in this Friday night from wherever you're watching.
So let me put you on the spot, Todd. If West York holds out for the victory here, who do you got for player of the game?
I would have to lean to the senior, Mark Walker. Your thoughts?
I totally agree. I was going to say the same thing. Good quick foul from Eastern. 1 second went off the clock. Mighty generous clock there at home. That tends to happen no matter where you're at.
Yeah. But it's really been a team effort for West York. We talked about earlier the scoring by multiple players.
Big free throws here for Hoffman. I look for him to knock both of these down. He's a veteran player. And the woes continue. Wow.
Luke Hoffman with 3 points. And again, we keep going back to saying these are big shots, Brian. This is a big shot.
Makes it 3-point game, 1.4. And hold on.
Time has expired here. We're waiting.
Head ref Kevin Lawrence is making a call here, putting some time back.
They hit the clock. They hit the clock before it even happened. I think that's what he's talking about. He's putting the time back on the clock.
1.4 seconds.
Good heads up.
It's going to be a quick timeout for White.
Yeah, Coach Bull, his team.
You know, that's one of the great things about having 3 referees. We're at the end of the game. One is watching the clock. So the clock came on before the ball was even touched. He blew the play dead and restarted over. Ball goes on the baseline.
And again, a tough spot to be in there. Head ref, as time was expiring, West York players were about to come onto the court. Blowing his whistle, has total control of the game, and a good call there. And good eyeball brandy. We couldn't tell what was going on up here.
We just knew there was some sheer excitement on the court there by the home crowd here at West York.
And that was a crafty little play that Sowers had with 3 guys deep. Lone sights up here bringing the ball up, and it was a quick swing pass from the opposite backcourt, looking for Lipsius for the 3 down here. Now, if we're lucky enough to see this go into overtime as sports fans, you got to be concerned about Walmsley with 4 fouls.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe potentially some bonus basketball here. 1.4 seconds. The deep inbound pass to Walmsley. He gets it up. And no bonus basketball tonight. It's West York with the win, 47-44 over Eastern York. Congratulations to the West York Bulldogs, who win on their home court. The Bulldogs move to 11-6 and 8-2 in Division II YIAA.
Taking a commanding lead there in the division late in the season here. And what a game, folks.
And we should make our way down to the court and attempt to talk to the player of the game. Todd Edwards back here mid-court. We're joined by Brandy Shope, Brian Singer, and of course our player of the game, Mark Walker, who led his team with 13 points, but it was really a total team effort. Mark, talk about this win, big win over Eastern York right here on your home court.
Yeah, this was definitely a big win for us. You know, we were motivated all week after that loss last time we played them a couple weeks ago. You know, all week we wanted Eastern, and you know, we came out tonight. We came out fighting. As you guys seen in the beginning of the game, we were on top of everything, you know, just dishing the ball around, letting everyone shoot, letting everyone score. It's an amazing team game.
Yeah, and you said it best, a team game. I mean, some of your teammates here, Kevin Real with 10 points, Brendan Kern 9 points. You get the idea. Jaden Kohler with 5 points. As I mentioned, you're with 13 points. Brian, any thoughts from your perspective watching this game and Mark Walker tonight?
Absolutely. I thought you guys did a great job of executing your game plan. You want to talk a little bit about how Coach Bull prepared you guys for tonight?
Yeah, he prepared us all week. You know, he got into us, you know, all week about what happened last time we played him. So we were very motivated. But you know, Coach Bull sets a game plan. We want to do everything we can to reach his goals, and when we do, you know, we come out with the win. And thank you, Coach Bull. You know, he does everything he can for us, and we just want to meet his expectations.
No doubt about it, and hopefully maybe a run at counties, districts, and states, right, for this West York Ball Club.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we have something to give to you. Look at that. It's a game player of the game shirt to Mark Walker, who scored 13 points in a winning effort here over Eastern York. Congratulations, Mark, on this big win. Continued success on the rest of the season.
Good job.
Yeah, good luck the rest of the way out.
Thank you.
Yep, let's get a picture here.